Hello everyone, in today's topic we are going to talk about slope of parallel and perpendicular lines. So these are the terms to remember: parallel, perpendicular, slope, y-intercept, negative reciprocal. Let us have a recall in the slope-intercept form. So in slope-intercept form, we have y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So to find the slope of the line, here's an easier way. So in here, we are going to solve for y. To solve for y, we are going to copy the original equation and then transpose 4x to the other side. So we have negative y is equal to negative 4x plus 8. Multiplying both sides by negative 1, so we have y is equal to 4x minus 8. From here, we call this slope-intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus b. And the slope is positive 4, and the y-intercept is negative 8. Now let us have the slope of parallel lines. So two lines with the same slope are parallel. That's why two parallel lines have the same slope. So your keyword for parallel lines, same slope. So are the two lines parallel? So line 1 through negative 2, 1 and 4, 5, and line 2 through 3, 0 and 0, negative 2. So from here, using the slope formula, which is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, we have for the slope of line 1, 5 minus 1 over 4 minus negative 2, which is equal to 4 over 6. And always remember to reduce it to lowest term for the slope, so it is equal to 2 over 3. Now, we are going to get the slope of line 2. So using the slope formula, we have 0 minus negative 2 over 3 minus 0. So it is equal to 2 over 3. So therefore, slope 1 is equal to slope 2. We can conclude that line 2 is parallel to line 1, or line 1 is parallel to line 2. This is the symbol, means parallel. Now let us write an equation for the line through 5, 7 parallel to 2x minus 5y is equal to 15. The first thing we need to do here is to determine the slope of 2x minus 5y is equal to 15, wherein we are going to solve for y. So interchange, we have 2x minus 15 is equal to 5y. Then dividing both sides by 5 because the numerical coefficient of y is 5. Then cancel, cancel. So simplifying further, we get y is equal to 2 over 5 x minus 3. So in here, the slope is equal to 2 over 5. So we all know the slope already. Now we are going to solve for the y-intercept. So we know the slope, we know a point. We are going to substitute it to y is equal to mx plus b. So your x is equal to 5, your y is equal to 7, and your m is equal to 2 over 5. So substituting it, we get 7 is equal to 2 over 5 times 5 plus b. So 2 over 5 times 5 is equal to 2 because you can cancel 5. And then transposing 2 to the other side, we get 7 minus 2 is equal to b. And b is equal to 5. From here, we already have our slope. So parallel lines have the same slope. And then the only thing they are different is the y-intercept. So using y is equal to mx plus b, we get y is equal to 2 over 5x plus 5. So substituting your m, 2 over 5, and substituting our b, which is equal to 5. So the equation for the line through 5, 7 parallel to 2x minus 5y is equal to 15 is y is equal to 2 over 5x plus 5. Now, let us take a look using the graph if they are really parallel. So, the first thing we are going to do is to graph this one. Y is equal to 2 over 5x minus 3. So we have this graph for y is equal to 2 over 5x minus 3, or 2x minus 5y is equal to 15, okay? The original equation. Now let us graph y is equal to 2 over 5x plus 5. Okay, so this is the graph of y is equal to 2 over 5x plus 5. So they are parallel to each other because they have the same slope, but they have different y-intercept. Now let's move on to perpendicular slopes. So as you can see in the graph, we are going to graph using the slope negative 3 over 4 and 4 over 3. So these two white lines form perpendicular lines, and perpendicular lines form a 90-degree angle, okay? So we are going to discover what is the relationship of the slope of perpendicular lines. So slopes of perpendicular lines. If neither line is vertical, then the slopes of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals. Lines with slopes that are negative reciprocals are perpendicular. If the product of the slopes of two lines is negative 1, then the lines are perpendicular. For example, given the slope of the first line and given the slope of the second line, if you are going to multiply them and the result is negative 1, then you can conclude that the lines are perpendicular. Horizontal lines are perpendicular to vertical lines. Now let us determine if the pair of lines that passes through 5, negative 9, and 3, 7, and the line through 0, 2, and 8, 3 are parallel or perpendicular. So the first thing we need to do here is to solve for the slope of line 1, which is equal to 7 minus negative 9 over 3 minus 5. It is equal to 16 over negative 2, or it is equal to negative 8. So now let us determine the slope of the second line. So we get 3 minus 2 over 8 minus 8. From here, it is equal to 1 over 8. So let us take a look. If we are going to multiply these two slopes, is it equal to negative 1? So any number has a denominator of 1. So we have negative 8 over 1 times 1 over 8. Multiplying the numerator times the numerator times numerator, denominator times the denominator, we will be getting negative 8 over 8, which is equal to negative 1. So therefore, the product of m1 times m2, or slope 1 times slope 1, is equal to negative 1. We therefore conclude that line 1 is perpendicular to line 2. And this is the symbol for perpendicular. So the slope of the perpendicular. The slope of the perpendicular line is the negative reciprocal of m. So we are going to flip it over and change the sign. So let us have some examples of slopes of perpendicular lines. So supposing we have 2/3, 1/5, negative 2, 2.4, negative 7 over 2. From here, let us start with 2 over 3. So the first thing we need to do is to flip and then change the sign. So the negative reciprocal of 2 over 3 is negative 3 over 2, while the negative reciprocal of 1/5 is negative 5. And how about negative 2? So negative 2 is equal to negative 2 over 1. We are going to flip it. So it will become positive 1/2. So the negative reciprocal of negative 2 is positive 1/2. And 2.4 is written as 12 over 5. So if we are going to get the negative reciprocal, flip it and change the sign. So the negative reciprocal of 2.4 is equal to negative 5 over 12. And negative 7 over 2, the negative reciprocal is, you flip it and change the sign, it is equal to 2 over 7. So that is how you get the negative reciprocal of a certain slope. Now, let us write an equation in for the line through negative 8, 3, perpendicular to 2x minus 3y is equal to 10. The same procedure as in parallel line, we need to isolate y to find the slope. So 2x minus 3y is equal to 10. Solve for y. So we get 2x is equal to 10 plus 3y. And then transpose 10 to the other side. We get 2x minus 10 is equal to 3y. Dividing both sides by 3. So the slope is equal to 2 over 3. We know the perpendicular slope and we know a point. So we get the negative reciprocal of this one, which is equal to negative 3 over 2. And then the given point, negative 8, 3. X is equal to negative 8, y is equal to 3. And m is equal to negative 3 over 2. Substituting it to y is equal to mx plus b, we get 3 is equal to negative 3 over 2 times negative 8 plus b. From here, simplifying further, negative 3 over 2 times negative 8 is equal to positive 12. Transposing 12 to the other side, 3 minus 12 is equal to negative 9. Since we have already our negative reciprocal and our y-intercept b, we are just plug in to y is equal to mx plus b. So the equation for the line through negative 8, 3 perpendicular to 2x minus 3y is equal to 10 is y is equal to negative 3 over 2 x minus 9. Now let us take a look using the graph. Okay. So first we are going to graph y is equal to 2 over 3 x minus 10 over 3. So this is the graph. And the other one, y is equal to negative 3 over 2 x minus 9. So that's it. So really, they are perpendicular to each other.